All right, what's going on? Kevin Holt here with BallHer Hoops. With a basketball update, playoff update. A lot of good games yesterday, starting the first round of the playoffs. I'm gonna start with the private schools section. You got first with 4A, Cannon School got a big win against Wesleyan Christian. So they move on to the state championship. Providence Day unfortunately lost to Raven Gap, so that sets up a matchup of pretty much the state champions from last year and the number one team from this year. So it should be a good game. They will play at Calvary Day on Saturday, I believe at 4 o'clock p.m. Should be a good game. Both teams are highly respected. Raven Gap is huge, got good size, move the ball well. Cannon has the speed, the depth, and they've been playing lights out as of 2023. In the 3A, Concord Academy had another dominant performance. They continue to be one of the better teams. They'll go up against High Point Christian Academy. That'll be a really good game between those two teams. I think Concord Academy should win that game. I think Canada should win. I think Concord Academy should win. In the 2A division, they're on to their semifinals now. Wayne Country Days in it. I think Greenfield School won, Grace Christian, and O'Neill School. So their top four teams actually played out to be the top four teams. So Wayne Country Day will play against Greenfield. O'Neill School will play against Grace Christian. I think Grace Christian and Wayne Country Day on the collision course, in my opinion. In 1A, Northside Christian got a big win against Victory Christian. The revenge lost earlier in the year. They'll go up against Crossroads, who blew out Punga Christian. I think it was at least by 30 points, which was surprising, honestly. But good game regardless. That should be a good game. I hope Northside wins it. Coach, if you win it there too, you have to just tell Coach that he's different. Like he's winning on all levels. So let's go through just the winners of our games yesterday in the public school side. 3A West Charlotte had a big win. They won by 50 points nearly over West Charlotte. North Davidson got the win over Dudley. Parkwood got a win over Hickory. I heard it was a really tough game. Seeing some people complaining about the officials, but officials are part of the game. It is what it is. Ashe County beat Crest. Ashe County's going to be a really good team. Pisgah, they won their game. West Henderson won against North Iredale. Northwest Cabarrus in a game that we expected them to win. Beat Rockingham. Ben L. Smith beat Smoky Mountain. I think that Northwest Cabarrus versus Ben L. Smith game is going to be really good. Highbridge won their game. Freedom won their game. That'll be a good game. Highbridge and Freedom. Oak Grove out of, I think they're like Winston area. They're playing against Ledford, who beat Central Bears. Hunter Huss won their game. And Kramer lost by 2. Surprising loss. I thought Stuart Kramer would I really thought they would make it a little bit further. Ashbrook won their game, and East Lincoln won their game. That East Lincoln game kind of scares me. I don't know how good North Buncombe is, but 25 points in a first-round game, it's still a lot, and you never know. They might let the bench play, so who knows? Let's go on to 4A. At 4A, Lake Norman dominated, beat them by 40 points. Mallard Creek had a really close game with West Bears. I said that would probably be a good game. Both teams are tough-minded, so good shout out to West Bears. That set up that big matchup for Lake Norman and Mallard Creek. Indy got away with one that they beat Argentale by 4. Argentale's not a team to take lightly. They'll be good next year as well. Porter Ridge with the upset over Parkland. I actually think I had Porter Ridge winning that game. They have a lot of talent on that team. AC Reynolds, I think AC Reynolds beat Coverson. Myers Park got a win against TC Robeson. Alexander Central beat Cox Mill. North Meck did their job and they beat McDowell. Northern Guilford, we expected them to win that game. And then Hickory Ridge won big by 22 over East Forsyth. Marvin Ridge got a big win. Catholic. So Marvin Ridge and Catholic will be a really good game. I think Northern Guilford and Hickory Ridge will be a good game. I don't think anybody should sleep on Hickory Ridge because Hickory Ridge has a talented team, and their coach gets them prepared every game and makes them be dogs out there. South Meck, big win, scoring almost 90 points. They'll get Asheville. That should be a really good game. I don't know why I felt like Asheville's supposed to be the home team, but Asheville has to come to South Meck. So I think South Meck will win that game. Then Northwest Guilford wins over RJ Reynolds, and they get Watauga. Watauga blew the doors off the frames against Chambers. And earlier, they played each other the first game of the season, and it was really close. So we're going to go to 2A. 2A, Randleman handled their business, not by a lot though. That score is kind of iffy, you know. Your number one team playing against the number 32 team. Feel like you should be dominated by more, but it is what it is. A win is a win at this time of season. They'll play Hendersonville. East Rutherford. This is a team that should be scary for Redmond, but North Stanley's good as well. They'll play against each other after they both won. East Burke is another good team. They'll play against East Surrey. That should be a good game. This is probably my favorite game in 2A for that second round. Newton Conover versus Lincoln Charter. Both teams have dynamic guards that can score the ball, and that should be a really good game. Salisbury won big. They'll play against Forbush, who won by 4. T.W. Andrews, they have a good squad too. They'll play against North Wilkes. North Surrey will play against Monroe. Southwest Randolph will play against Shelby. Shelby's still dominating. I feel like they've only lost one game this year. I could be mistaken, but I feel like they only lost one game this year. In the last playoff bracket, Mount Heritage, Mount Heritage beat Bethany 85-9. That's crazy. I don't know really how Bethany got in the playoffs with. Never mind. Drawn beat Union Academy. I really thought Union Academy would pull that one out, but Drawn ended up winning by 1. North Rand dominated South Stokes. They'll play against Highlands. East Randolph will play against Rossman. Robinsonville will play against Albemarle. Albemarle team is really good. Robinsonville beat Starmount by a good amount, so that should be a good game. Cherokee, like I told people, I think Cherokee has a really good team. And they might shock some people and make it on to at least the regional semifinals. They'll play against Mount Airy. East Wilkes, I don't know exactly who won, the Corvian and whoever that is. I feel like Corvian won. I feel like I saw that, but who knows? Bessemer City will play against Uwharrie. They had the upset over Christ the King. North Stokes had an upset over North Carolina Leadership Academy, I think. And then Bishop McGinnis did what they were supposed to do and won their game. So playoffs are setting up to be really good. We're going to try to update you every time to keep the girls basketball train flowing. I think private schools, the 2As will play again Thursday, but all the rest of the championships are Saturday at Calvary Day. Come out if you can. I know public schools will be playing as well, but should be some good games. All right, signing off.